And he woke up cold, trapped inside a concrete maze. Nothing but a puzzle cube, sitting in a frozen gaze. Hungry, scared, and shivering through the endless dark haze. Started twisting faces on the cue to find a way. First I saw the door clicked open down the hall. Walk inside and found a burger waiting on the wall. Ate it like she never eat again, leave out with it all. Second puzzle, second prize, prepared to break or fall. Now she understood the game, the rules are crystal clear. Saw the cue to cap the gifts, the gift to counterfeit. Failed the puzzle, get nothing, starve another year. But the next hour was too hard, no matter what she hear. 3 days passed without a single drop to drink or taste. Found a filthy toilet, stared at it in pure disgust and waste. Desperate hands could water up, she couldn't let it go to waste. Swallow pride and swallow words, survival has no grace. Broke down, screaming through the cube against the stone. Next second picked it up, apologizing all alone. Begging to the captain like he's sitting on a throne. Water bottle peered, he heard it through the microphone. Days a week she couldn't tell, the clock had lost its face. Then a crying echoed through the corridors of the place. Followed it and found a door, she pushed it just a trace. Girl inside was staring back with something cold replacing grace. He promised me my freedom if I put you in the ground. Girl came charging with a blade, a scream the only sound. And he slammed the door and pressed her back against the mountain. Never spoke to her again, just silenced in her house. Days went by, the stench crept underneath the iron gate. And he knew the game was over, death had sealed her fate. One less player in the maze, one more soul the walls would take. She sat alone and wondered how much more her mind could break. Morning came, something moved beneath the sheet she wore. Pulled him back, a small black cat was sleeping on the floor. Held it tight against the chest, the first one thing in store. Finally a friend inside the prison she been sentenced for. Cat became her everything, the only life she had. Kept the same, kept her breathing when the darkness drove her mad. But her memory started cracking, chunks were turning bad. Blank spots growing wider, who she was began to fade. Then one day she opened up her eyes and saw her face. Doctor sitting calm beside her in a different place. And he mumbled, this is just a dream, another maze. Doctor asked her gently, where do you think you are today? I'm still in the maze, she whispered, staring at the light. Doctor shook his head and said the words that changed her night. You were kidnapped on your way to school, taken out of sight. Yesterday the police found you, 15 years of fight. Handed her a photograph, a young girl, fresh and free. That was you before the maze, before the lock and key. And he held the picture trembling, trying hard to see. Slowly started telling everything from memory. Doctor listened quietly through every twist and turn. Every puzzle, every prize, every lesson hard to learn. But when she mentioned the cat, the doctor's face grew stern. Interrupted her and said the words that made her burn. Are you sure there was a cat inside the maze with you? And he snapped, you think I'm lying, every word is true. Doctor paused and softly said, then lift your shirt and view. Look down at your stomach, tell me what you're looking through. Hands were shaking as she pulled the fabric to the side. C-section scar across her skin, she couldn't run or hide. Memory came flooding back like a broken crashing tide. What she held was never a cat, it was a child.